Good morning from Lake Lugano. So right now I'm a prime example of when things go wrong in interrail and traveling. So last night I was meant to be taking an 18-hour train, well, last night and this morning, from Milan to Amsterdam, and my first trains were to Lake Lugano. So I got the first two trains and everything was fine, and then I got my third train and I had to get off in Lugano, and I had 5 minutes to then get a train to Basel, and it was the only train at that time. And I got off at the stop Lugano Paradiso, not Lugano, and they're literally 4 minutes apart, and that 4 minutes there was no other trains to get me there to even imagine getting on the train in time. There was no taxis, nothing, and not getting off on that stop just meant the whole plan fell apart, because all of the other trains were at random times and much later times. So that plan fit really well together-ish. I'd still have like a wait at 1 AM till 4 AM in Basel, so it wasn't ideal. But obviously overnight trains, there isn't as many as them. So yeah, I've ended up in a hotel in Lugano. So I'm here now. It's currently 6:30 AM and I'm gonna leave at 10 AM and get to Amsterdam hopefully by 8:30 tonight. And I found a route that's only 3 trains instead of like 8 trains. So hopefully that works out, touch wood. But now I'm just gonna go look for some breakfast and probably have a little walk around Lugano, because it does look really nice. It's just a shame that I wasn't here when I needed to be last night. But I guess we learn from our mistakes, and hopefully I'll make it to Amsterdam in time tonight for my friend's party. Fingers crossed. On a very positive note, I did get stranded in a very beautiful place. Well, not stranded, I'm fine now. But, you know, crisis in a lovely place. So I am very lucky to have a nice view to wake up to. I'll show you the view, and hopefully on my walk I'll get to see some more nice views. Currently on a hunt for the lake, and you'd think it would be easy to find considering it is a massive pool of water. However, you have to go through the train station, and that was really confusing me on Google Maps, that you actually need to go through it, not around it. So I kept trying to go around it, which turned out to not be possible. Maybe there is another way to get to the lake, but I seem to be making progress. Just came down loads of stairs, which would suggest that I'm close to the lake. I kept wondering why I was seeing so many bikes, and this is why. There is the Harley Davidson owners village here in Lugano, so it all makes sense.
Chillin on the clouds.
I just got back to the hotel room. I had a lovely walk around Lugano. The centre was really pretty, and as I showed you, there was the bike thing on, which is really cool, so it explains why it's so busy. And now I'm just going to get ready, get something to eat, and then I'm going to head towards the train station for my first train, which is to Basel. So that's 3 hours, I think. Thought thread 02/07/2022. Interrail Day 6. Technically I've been travelling for 11 days, but we'll call this Interrail Day 6 after my little break in Milan. Train count 19. I should have been 2 hours away from Amsterdam right now. As it turns out, I'm about 10. Last night's attempt at getting on and off the correct trains at the correct times was clearly too much to expect from myself, and so here we are, leaving Lugano at 10:01 after a night in a very quaint, very pretty hotel and location. I can't complain because I love spending the night and morning by the lake and mountains. However, I do need to up my train game. In my defense, Lugano, Paradiso and Lugano are so close together that they practically could be the same station. Hence, my confusion. Thankfully, from this experience, I learned a few lessons about travelling, and hopefully you, reading this or perhaps listening to this, can learn from my mistakes. Alas, no use dwelling on the past, and now focusing on my current biggest issue. The man across from me hasn't lifted the blind up on the train, and so unfortunately, I can't see the views from both sides. On a more positive note, to the right of me, I can see some very beautiful views, and just in front of me are a group of Americans. Finally, I can eavesdrop a conversation. The aforementioned window to the right could quite easily disguise as a painting. There's a waterfall about halfway up, and at the top a storm appears to be lurking around one of the peaks. Nature appears apologetic for the threat of the sharp peak and dark clouds through the flickering of light across the vast array of trees. A kaleidoscope of green and yellow created by the combination of high-speed train and dusty windows. The man put the blind up. This calls for a celebratory video of the view on the left.